What are the odds for XRP to make an inverse head and shoulder pattern? Right now, the price is at 0.6. It will have to come down to 0.49, 0.5 to do that. As Bitcoin is staying close to 67,400, the price action is choppy. However, you can actually observe the fact that the Bitcoin dominance is at this level of resistance where we have been slowed down multiple times. The total crypto market right now is showing you the possibility like this, where it may have a fake out to test the trend line and then come back down. As you look at Ether with all the ETF speculation, you still get similar narrative. Yes, the news is flooding into the market. Cynthia actually drops this like big things are in store and that be for Bitcoin. Now you look at the entire market and you see BlackRock jumping in with almost 900 million and followed by all the other whales and institutions. Then you get to see that the Ether ETF raise is starting and people are jumping on it. So the idea about crypto and the price going higher and higher and higher is being injected into the market. What does that really mean for us? Welcome to the Scientific Investor family, where the normal retail guys get to learn how to become the next top 10% of this world. Right now, the market cap is still close to $2.5 trillion. We are kind of flirting with that level. We are watching some of these assets going up, some of them going down. But while you look at the top gainers and to top losers, you see a difference. It's kind of double what it is on the selling side to the gaining side. So one going up 14%, another one like 7 down, right? So you kind of get the idea which direction the market is showing you. But the question here remains, okay, if the news, the narrative which they want to feed us looks heavily bullish on the short term, the micro movement, what would be the possibilities? So if you are looking to buy more of any of these assets, I would argue watch the price action. Most likely it can come down, maybe a little bit lower, maybe this support for XRP, which is 0.5. So say 0.48 to 0.5 is going to be that key range. Now can it wick lower to 0.45? Yes, obviously it can, but the odds are low. You do have a support close to 0.46, so it can come down. While you do look at the last 2-3 candles here in Ether on a daily chart, the idea is clear. You had initial selling pressure here, which was usually considered as a 2-candle continuation pattern. However, the momentum did not last. The long-term trend line here kind of slowed it down. And it's not only that. Just after that, you kind of got hanging man candle here on 21st July, followed by another bearish shaped candle. So that pushed the price to the downside. Now you're still there, you're still choppy. Yes, when you zoom in, you do get to see the pattern formation, which is okay, which is clean and clear. As you look at this, what you do understand is, okay, that is a channel. While the price is going up and the channel is tilted up, the odds are that you may go up. But this market is filled with whales and financial institutions. So I don't think they're going to give us an easy breakout like this and a continuation. So Ether may find it hard on the micro move to do that. And the best odds would be somewhat something like this. Because if they are able to break it to the downside and show you that it's going lower, a lot of people would actually jump out. At that point is usually where the whales double down. Because as soon as you go on the higher time frame structure, you get to see the advantage. You're already forming a bullish divergence. The MACD is about to cross to the upside. And historically speaking, whenever the MACD is crossing to the upside, you slow down and then continue to the upside. So your weekly is important. The weekly is in the positive side. The weekly is trying to cross back to the upside as soon as the 3-day crosses to the upside. So yes, the micro scenario of the daily does matter, but the direction should be the weekly. So as soon as you understand, okay, this level of resistance is what we are playing with, and there is still a possibility that you may do this and go up, or else you may actually do a little bit of chop before you come down and then go back up. Now, this scenario, which I'm drawing in front of you, may actually consume another month, and it would push us to mid-August to see a decent rally to the upside, and late August to early September to see a breakout and a move to the upside. Say you take XRP for that matter on a macro chart. This guy actually shows you a little bit different movements. This guy argues it should be in a good position compared to its recent past in price terms by September. It should be close to $1. This is what the price action shows. However, time is the hardest part in this market to predict. But then you go look at the RSI and say, okay, the RSI did break out from a long-term trend line. A retest and a bounce makes a lot of sense to validate the supply and demand is met. And you're now going to the demand side of equation. So while we do look at this falling wedge and say that broke to the upside, yeah, it's true, but a retest and bounce would be the perfect opportunity. Because we all understand the fact that we're still waiting for the Bitcoin dominance to break to the downside. While the dollar still remains choppy, we need a retest and a rejection here. So that makes a lot of sense. Dollar going up to retest and then get rejected, while the crypto market come down to retest and bounce higher. So it's kind of opposite side of the equation, which is like you follow crypto and you kind of get an idea what dollar may do, or you follow dollar and you kind of get an idea of what the crypto market may do. But then you come on to the gold side of equation. Gold has been pushing higher for some time. Right now it's trying to break to the downside, while the MACD is trying to cross to the upside, and that's on a 3-day chart. Now we can actually zoom out, go into a weekly, and put the argument like the trend line has been broken. Yeah, that's true. But the level of fake out has to be seen, because these choppy times in gold gives a big boost to crypto market. This is what happened earlier this year. This is exactly what happened while we were making that bottom. Dollar kind of slowed down, hit the bottom, tried to push back up, and crypto went further. Right, that was the local bottom which we had, and ever since we've been traveling to the upside. So it's just money flow. Think about it. When gold is going up with high momentum, low risk investors kind of move into gold. But when gold is not moving and it's getting frustrated, they look at assets which are moving up. And that's where crypto comes in picture. Right now, we are not moving up. Even when you look at the top 100 assets, you don't see a lot of them about 10% for the day. You don't see a lot of them doing 20% for the day. So right now, the first 100, the next 100, the next 100, as you're looking at, the market is showing you, you're watching a slow moving market right now. You don't have much of the assets pushing higher. So automatically, the invitation to enter into the crypto market remains slow. And that's exactly where we look at the trends, the Google trends, and ask, okay, what do the retailers think about Bitcoin? It's pushing higher, but not that much. Can go look at the last 30 days and ask, okay, are we going through the roof or are we at the average? We're kind of at the average portion of this. Now think about Ether. meaning the ETF is coming out and still the search is kind of still at the range. It's not blowing through the roof. So you zoom out to get an understanding of what it's doing on last 3 months. It's still low. What it's doing in last 1 year. It's still low. But you just saw or noticed the fact that on a 30 days, it's starting to push higher, which then gives you an idea that on a yearly span, you may start moving up. So the ETF can actually bring in some more liquidity in the market, which would mean the whales would start taking some level of profits wherever the price actually runs up to. Maybe it's 5,000, maybe it's 5,500. We'll have to follow it to see where whales would be interested in taking some profits out. But one of the easy part there is when the retailers search too much and they're entering too much, there is enough liquidity for the whales to jump out. So while you see local choppiness, you go back onto the monthly, which actually argues the perspective that it's about to go higher, maybe a month or two, but the structure remains the same. The bull flag on the monthly is intact. You're not breaking that to the downside, which is the most bullish news for Ether in itself. Now we take Ether and that idea into Allcoin, excluding Ether. You also see another bull flag here, which is on a monthly, which is perfect. And now we can remove all of that and then look at the weekly. Now the weekly argues that the price action broke below the moving average. Right now it's retesting that range. Usually it shows you I'm getting rejected first and then bounce back up. That's going to be the best scenario. Whatever the scenario is and however the price action plays out, SI family will be updated on time. 1,200 members right now are taking benefits of my post. Now guys, yes, yesterday it went fine. The boy actually went to the school. The things were really good. It was nothing like I expected. He didn't cry. As soon as he reached the school, he was really happy. As soon as the teacher came, he was running, saying bye to us. And while he was coming out, yeah, he was a little bit tired, but the argument was the school is good. I got a new friend, Esther. Right? And I'm like, okay, fine. So as a father, I'm happy about the day one. Now going to the day two, day three, it's going to go like that. And thank you for all the supports, guys. If you received value, smash that like button for me. I'll meet you guys on the next video. Bye for now.